Don't try to act like you don't know who we beat neither. We in the club all the time.
The greatest football team.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Their own 29-yard line.
This game started, it's 1st and 10.
Alert!
First tone of the game for James Cook. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another one for Cook. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that first down marker.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Alert!
Allen now on first down. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's Cox. It's the rookie from Louisville. And that will not be enough for a first down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got his man, Shakir has it. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Middle.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Yeah, that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Cook runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills 7, Dolphins nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. 2nd down carry for Achane. This is going to come to an end right on the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. County Lions.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it 2nd and 4. They'll stick with Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. They're just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
And a Dolphin 1st down.
Let's go now. Cougar night. Trap 60. Trap 60.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of
That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
19 Lions. 7, 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Man in motion here.
60 Bobcats. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Achane again on 2nd. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go. Strike. 70 Silver. 70 Silver Wolf. Mustang 18. 5 in. Dragon 60.
Third down run from Achane. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ready? 79 Broncos, 19 Tiger, 9.
Achane again. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for second down.
Ready? Viking 18, Warriors 70, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Running with Achane here out of the gun. That run good for H. Now they've got third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, hurt. Go street. 19, Lion. Ready?
At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That one's fourth down coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number one. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Brown 80. Middle. What's that?
Allen. He's got a man left. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Half 85, half 85. What's that?
Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
319. We go.
Cook is in for the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. It's a James Cook touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. But let's give a tip of cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
That's good for Dolphins.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast.
8 yards on the
It's Achane on the inside give. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
Cut 19.
Dolphins 1st down.
Here's Achane up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. He'll get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
3-yard line.
Check smash. Check smash. Cougar 19. 19 Lions. Ready, ready.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. On the move, headed right. And he's going to slide in safely after a gain of about 9. Productive effort there, though it does still bring up 3rd down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, ready.
They motion Waddle over left.
Ready.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Handoff running left. It's Achane. Thought there'd be more room up the middle, but there wasn't. It closed quickly. He stopped after a 3-yard gain. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Nike 19. Mustang 19. Hey, Crash. Dragon 60.
Here's Achane. He's out in the clear. cuts it back right. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Offensive line fast.
Good for Dolphins. First down. First and goal, Miami.
Achane will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal. They pitch it to Achane, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. De'Von Achane with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now Willis leading his offense up to go for 2.
Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Motioning the tight end now. All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
29-yard line.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. It's Allen out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move. They're into the backfield blowing it up.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes second and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Third and long, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
22-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10. They run. It's Achane. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Ready, set.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second
Let's
down.
go now. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneers. 18, 19, sight.
A run now with Achane. The second down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And it's third down.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Come on, set. Rig alert. Check smash. Buffalo 18.
Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Okay, ready.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. Trying for it, it's Achane. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
It's a turnover.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. That's cut at the 4. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Pass now to kick this away. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
Now they'll hand it off to Achane. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Top night Warriors Saturday. Hawk set Panther 11. Panther.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
And stick with Achane. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey, pass. Cowboy and freedom.
They've got a man in motion.
Hey. Go.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that is the Dolphins' first down.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 43.
Ready. Rig. Let go.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 from the 32.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Now Achane. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. His defense all over this one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Check. 18. Viking 18.
Achane again. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. Ready, right?
Third down run from Achane. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be fourth and very long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force fourth and long.
Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills moments away from win number 12. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Another one for Cook. And it's a nice game, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Brings up third.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So a dime look defensively from the Dolphins here on this third down.
Five wide.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Put the body on the line for his team. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Hill now to return it. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go.
And play fake now. Willis to throw. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
A gain of 12. First down, Miami.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
He was brought down by Gregory Rousseau. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
So the roar of Bills Mafia